What is up, humans of the cardboard? Welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. Today we have more reveals. This time we've got 3 brand new cards for the Lost Sanctuary Structure Deck R. This is the OCG Structure Deck, so we don't have this confirmed for the TCG yet. We'll get them imported somewhere, whether it's in our own Lost Sanctuary Redoms Structure Deck, which would be dope. But if not, they'll end up somewhere else, and it's fine. They'll probably just not be as affordable as they otherwise would have been. But let's get over these cards because these are brand new. We have our first card here, which is Guard of the Agent's Moon. I love the artwork. The artwork is so nice. You can see it up here. Very cool. Almost reminds me of like Drone Lockbird. Anyway, here we have a LINK-2 Light Fairy Link Effect monster. His attack is 1800. Pretty good for a LINK-2. And his arrows point down, right, and right. Interesting. And his materials are any 2 fairy monsters. Very well done. I love that it's already pretty generic. Any 2 fairies. Love it. Okay, you can only use the first and second effects of this card once per turn. The first effect reads, if this card is Link summoned, you can send 1 Sanctuary in the sky or 1 card that specifically lists that card in its text from your deck to the graveyard. Or if Sanctuary in the Sky is already on the field or in the graveyard, you can actually add 1 Agent of Mystery Earth from your deck or graveyard to your hand instead. Second effect, you can tribute 1 fairy monster, then target a card your opponent controls as cost. Destroy it. Well, okay. Yeah, I think this card's actually pretty good. You know, getting some utility to dump anything with Sanctuary in its name or Sanctuary itself, because as we've seen, some of the cards in the archetype get, you know, a nice little, like a significant boost when Sanctuary is either on field or engraved. So even if you're just sending it, that's fine. There, and of course if you already have that set up, you have the bonus of just being able to get Earth, which if somehow you made this without normal summoning this turn, that's great. If you already did, that just becomes like 1 card follow-up, right? Because it's a 1 card Hulk play now because of the new one. Jupiter, I think, is the new one. So yeah, really cool. First effect is solid, and the second effect is just icing on the cake. You just get to pop. I mean, I think about like stuff like Shine Ball. If you're doing a play through Venus and you just have Shine Balls on the field, tribute a Shine Ball, pop a card. That's just decent utility. It can also tribute itself, by the way. So after you've already done its effect to like search and or dump, whatever you want to do, you just get to go like, cool, dope. I'll just pop a card now. Remove something important. Remove a floodgate. Remove whatever. Very nice. I think this is just a nice link too. Definitely. This could definitely be part of some of your plays for sure. Next effect, or next card, we have the Sacred Water of the Sky. This is a normal spell card. You can only use its first and second effects once per turn each. First effect says, activate 1 Sanctuary in the sky from your deck, or add 1 monster that specifically lists that card in its text from your deck to the hand. Then, if Sanctuary was on the field or in the grave, gain 500 for every Hyperion and Agent monster you control. Second effect, if your monster that specifically lists Sanctuary in the sky in its text would be destroyed by battle, you can banish this card from grave instead. Not bad. I mean, this is just another searcher, right? This adds any card, by the way, in its text from deck to hand that has Sanctuary in the sky in it. So, like the whole fucking deck. Earth is a 1 card combo. This searches your 1 card combo. The only downside is I think Venus is one of the few cards in the archetype that does not list Sanctuary in the sky in its text, so she is not searchable off of this, so keep that in mind. But maybe that's for the best. I don't think we need Venus to be any more searchable in this game. She's already pretty accessible for certain decks, so that's nice. Also, you have the bonus of potentially gaining life points. Very cool as well. And gets you access to Sky if you don't have it anyway, which of course, which we just said, makes all the effects in the archetype that everything does that much better. So cool. And then the second effect is just icing on the cake. If anything would ever be destroyed by battle, banish this from grave. I wish this was battle or card effect, but maybe that's just a little bit too good to combine with a Rhoda. Like you're just making Zephyr Providence at that point, and Providence is like insane. So yeah. Very cool. Just a nice bonus effect that totally your opponent could easily forget about, and then you get to punish them when they think they were going to clear your board by beating over you, and then you don't lose a monster. Very cool. And the last card we have here today is the Executor of Hades, Pluto. His artwork is very interesting. It's almost not even that, not very Yu-Gi-Oh-esque, or maybe more so not Agent-esque, but very cool. Looks really cool. He is a Synchro level 5. He's a Dark Fairy tuner. 2300 attack, 0 defense. His materials are 1 tuner plus 1 or more non-tuners, so he is a completely generic. He's also constantly counted as an agent card, so keep that in mind. You can only use this card's second effect once per turn. First effect, once per turn you can banish 1 monster from the grave, then target an effect monster on the field, change it to face down defense position. This is a quick effect if Sanctuary in the sky is on the field or in grave. Second effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard to then add 1 Sanctuary of the Sky from deck or grave back to the hand. So very nice. Some good things going on here. I like that second effect that, like, if you're just going to link up with him, or not link, but obviously synchro up with him anyway, you're just going to get a hold of Sanctuary if you didn't even have it yet, which again just gives us more ways, more outlets that just get us Sanctuary either on field or in grave for absolutely free. If they weren't going to make a Sanctuary in the Sky retrain, they needed to just make a ton of cards that just get you such easy free access to it, right? If it's not going to be amazing, it at least needs to be Sanctuary. You need to be able to get it so freely that it doesn't matter, right? You'll draw it every once in a while, but it's not the worst thing in the world. And his first effect's not bad either, right? Like, it's just a Book of Moon. But if you have Sanctuary set up in field or in grave, then it's a quick effect, and then you're just walking around with a walking Book of Moon, which is pretty cool. Decent disruption, especially when you pair it with like the other stuff. So I don't know off the top of my head, but the deck goes through Hulk, and like, which I assume will then go up into like Auroradon probably and stuff like that. So you might be able to potentially end on him and something else, and as long as you get Sanctuary, this is just a Book of Moon on top of your board. He's also a tuner as well, so it also might have something to play with that, where maybe you make him, you use him to make something else, or maybe even if you're going through Hulk, you might even be able to like quick synchro summon on your opponent's turn. I guess it just depends though. I don't know exactly what we'd have access to for that, but that would be really crazy if you could like use his Book of Moon effect first, then be able to tag into something that's gonna like give you more disruption. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know all the plays off the top of my head. Obviously these just came out tonight. These need some labbing to see exactly what kind of plays you can facilitate. This is an interesting one. I think this one's probably the least, I don't want to say least good. I think like it could potentially be in there. It just depends on like whether or not it's worth. The deck seems to already be able to generically facilitate like some pretty strong synchro plays. This is obviously a play. It's a 3 of, it searches the whole archetype, and this is a pretty good link as well. Probably a 1 over a 2 of. Gets you again a free search and or send depending on what you already have access to, plus potentially a pop. Pretty good. I'll take it. I think this is great follow-up for what we've already seen. Hopefully we still have like 1, maybe 2 more cards, but I think we're like a month away from this coming out. So if we don't have everything with the reveal of these 3 cards, maybe we'll get 1, maybe 2 cards. That even seems like a stretch already. This is, I would guess that this is probably gonna finish up the reveals for that set, but still I'll keep you updated if anything else comes out. This looks really clean. I always thought agents were cool. They just obviously got hella power crept over time, and I'm glad to see Konami's going back and giving them a little oomph to let them compete with current stuff. I'm very curious on how good this deck actually can be. But we'll obviously see once they get played with a little more and tested out and stuff. But very, very cool. That's going to do it for me there, though. Thank you so much for watching, as always. Let me know in the comment section down below, please, your thoughts on these cards. I think this card's probably like an 8, probably. Maybe a 7 or an 8. It's pretty good, but I don't think it's like busted, right? This card's like, you know, I don't know. What do you call a Rota card generically? Probably a 9 just in general. Insane consistency and utility, plus it gives you the bonus battle protection in the grave. So probably a 9 for me, and then this card's also probably a 7. Pretty good, but not crazy, right? But all good stuff, obviously. Very excited to see where this goes and what this deck can really do post this structure deck. So let me know again in the comments what your thoughts are on these cards. I'm going to get the hell out of here. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.